sticking up for Jeremiah Wright and Louis Farrakhan. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. You may have noticed that the far left is either silent or supporting Jeremiah Wright in Chicago. Story is not about Barack Obama anymore. That's over. You can decide about the pastor and the senator. No, the story now is acceptance of the messages put out by people like Wright and Farrakhan, by some in the media and others in positions of responsibility. First, a quick review. There's no question that Jeremiah Wright is spreading falsehoods about America.
The government's lied. The government lied about inventing the HIV virus as a means of genocide against people of color. Government's lied.
Obviously, Reverend Wright is delusional. There's not a shred of evidence to back up that nutty statement. And then there's Louis Farrakhan, a Muslim extremist with a long-time hatred toward Israel and a portion of the Jewish community.
These false Jews promote the filth of Hollywood. That is seeding the American people and the people of the world and bringing you down in moral strength and making evil fair seeming. It's the wicked Jews, the false Jews that are promoting lesbianism, homosexuality. It's wicked Jews, false Jews.
Farrakhan has been marginalized in America, and so it was stunning when the pastor of a Catholic church in Chicago, St. Sabina's, took to the pulpit not only to defend his friend Reverend Wright, but also to defend Louis Farrakhan.
I'll be damned if I'm going to sit back while you tear down Farrakhan and Jeremiah Wright. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you seek to reduce Jeremiah Wright, who's one of the greatest biblical scholars this nation has, to a 30-second soundbeat and try to demonize him and trivialize him? You cannot do that.
So who is that Father Michael Pfleger? Well, he's been running St. Sabina's since 1981. He's a well-known activist in Chicago, sometimes teaming up with Jesse Jackson, among others. The priest has been at odds with his boss, Cardinal Francis George, over a number of things. And now the Cardinal has a huge problem on his hands. A Catholic priest endorsing Farrakhan is no small matter. Father Pfleger would not consent to be interviewed by me, so we sent Factor producer Porter Berry to Chicago, and Porter found the priest to be unrepentant.
Jeremiah Wright loves America. He's a Marine. So, you know, first of all, was Bill Riley a Marine? Let's be real honest. He served this country. He loves this country. He's not bigoted. He's not anti-American. He's not hateful. Jeremiah Wright is one of the most loving, loyal people I know. He's a true patriot because he loves the country enough to criticize it and challenge it.
Do you think he believes that the U.S. government injected AIDS into the African-American community to kill them?
I don't know if he believes that or not. If he said that, I did not hear that whole tape, so I'm not going to comment on that tape. I didn't hear the whole thing. When he talks about the problems, the realities of America, my God, look at the scriptures. Look about what the scriptures say about the wrath of God being released on a nation. Look what the scriptures say about the killing of people. I believe this is an immoral war. I know Jeremiah Wright. I don't think you do. I don't think Bill O'Reilly does. I know him. He is a good man. He is a loyal American, and he's a prophetic teacher of the gospel. And I'm not going to allow people to call him a racist, anti-American, or bigot. Him nor Louis Farrakhan, because neither of them are.
This is a guy who calls Judaism a gutter religion, who calls Jews bloodsuckers. Why are you sticking up for this guy?
First of all, he has not called Judaism a gutter religion or bloodsuckers. That is not what he has said, because I have heard that talk. I stick up for Louis Farrakhan because he is another person that the media has chosen to define how they want to do it. And they demonize how they want to demonize somebody. I know the man, Louis Farrakhan. He is a great man who I have great respect for, who has done an awful lot for people in this country, black, white, and brown. He's a friend of mine.
But he's also a bigot.
No.
He's also a hater.
You say he's a bigot. He is not a bigot. He's not a hater. That's what you call him. It is interesting to me that when white people criticize America, they're critical. When black people criticize America, they're haters of America.
Now, under the Constitution, of course, Father Pfleger is entitled to his opinion, but to keep his church's tax-exempt status, he cannot preach politics from his pulpit. There's no question that Pfleger, like Reverend Wright, does not see America as a noble country. And there is no question that the priest is supporting some anti-white, anti-Jewish, and anti-gay rhetoric. Yet, not a sound from the media. Talking Points believes these radical left-wing clerics are doing great damage to their communities. It is true that Father Pfleger has joined with me in condemning vile rap stars like Nas and has done much good in his job. But remember one thing. These people, Wright, Farrakhan, and Pfleger, speak to children, speak to uninformed adults, carry some prestige in their communities. Yet, who is challenging them? That's what got Senator Obama in trouble, being passive about Wright's attitude. So we will take on these radicals and their enablers as well. Wright is lying when he says the U.S. government conspires to bring AIDS and drugs into the black communities. Farrakhan is lying when he singles out Jews for condemnation. Most Jews are good people. Obviously, persons of all races participate in evil. And Father Pfleger is severely misguided when he preaches that Wright and Farrakhan have worthy messages. Enough is enough with this garbage. If a right-wing nut spews that kind of stuff, they're vilified beyond belief in the mainstream media. But if a left-wing nut does it, there are excuses and counterattacks. Not acceptable anymore. And that's the memo.